A father of four and D.C. government employee is behind bars for the murder of this young boy here, 13-year-old Karon Blake. About 2.5 hours ago, we just got an update from police about this case, and a judge also denied this man, Jason Lewis, who's charged with his murder, denied him bail. Tonight, he's charged with second-degree murder after turning himself in earlier this morning. Our Adelia Gonzalez is all over this story tonight. She joins us live from outside of that courthouse. Indeed, we know that the community had been begging for details and answers in this case for weeks now. We finally got a lot of those details today, and many of them are truly heartbreaking.
Certainly so. The judge even said that this is exceptionally concerning, the facts of this case. Jason Lewis stood before the judge, handcuffed, wearing a white button-down shirt. He pled not guilty, but she repeatedly said that the government is likely to win its case against him. The judge went on to describe Mr. Lewis as the first aggressor and says he loses his right to self-defense.
The investigation took the amount of time that it needed to take so that we would be at this point.
We're getting our first look at images from surveillance cameras that helped police and prosecutors build their case against Jason Lewis, a 41-year-old father of four and 18-year employee of the Department of Parks and Recreation. This stolen Kia pulls into the 1000 block of Quincy Street just after 3:30 a.m. January 7th. Three young men step out. Police say video shows them trying to break into parked cars. Lewis says the noises wake him up, and he thinks someone's breaking into his home. His Blink camera showing him armed with a gun, stepping out onto his front patio. He yells at the kids. At this point, two are in the car. Karon is a ways away. That's when this image shows Lewis extending his arm to fire a single shot towards that car. Police say Lewis never told them about that when he was interviewed.
That is problematic for me.
After that first shot, prosecutors say Karon started running. This red arrow on this surveillance image shows Karon heading towards Lewis's house. The defense attorney argues Lewis at that point felt threatened. According to court records, Lewis pulled the trigger 3 more times at the running child, who pleads with him repeatedly, saying, "I'm a kid. I'm only 12. I'm sorry. Please don't."
So whether, Karon knew or didn't know, that a person was standing there with a gun who he was running at, or, running at a full sprint, maybe Mr. Lewis felt threatened at that point. I mean, I don't know. I can only speculate there. But I think that where things really unravel, it was just the initial shot that was fired.
And that first shot that was fired really dominated the discussion today in court. The defense attorney says Lewis only had one gun, and that has been confiscated. Police, they say they will revoke his concealed carry license. Lewis is back in court February 13th. But Zoe, before I go, I do want to mention one thing that the police chief talked about, and this is our kids who are clearly in crisis and the trauma that is surrounding this whole case. He spoke specifically about the 2 other young men who were in that getaway car. He says, "I don't want to talk about charges. The attorney general can think about that since they are juveniles. But I'm concerned about these young people being in a stolen car at that time of night. What were they doing? They are clearly in trouble," he says. And the chief says, "I want to make sure they get the help they need to get off the streets and to turn their lives around." So
that is so critical. Of course, we are thinking of Karon Blake's family tonight. And yeah, as you mentioned, those 2 kids who were with him that night, hopefully, as the chief mentioned, they are getting the help they need. Delia, thank you.